world getting somewhat back to normal. Some are feeling anxious about getting back to it, and it can affect your sleep. Joining us this morning, I miss her so. She's going to tell us how to alleviate your COVID reentry anxiety and better your sleep is sleep expert Alanna McGinn. Good morning, Alanna. How are you?
I am good. It's so good to see you.
It's so good to see you, too. Every time I see you, I'm like Jody Vance's twin. We love Jody Vance. Okay, so let's talk about sleep. First things first, you're saying get back to the bedroom being what it was intended for. How do you take back your bedroom?
Well, we have to work on really strengthening that association between sleep and our bedroom. And we've been using our bedrooms for our office and our kids' classroom. So clear the clutter and focus on your five senses. So darkening up the room as best you can, using maybe a sound machine to help kind of lull you into that deeper state of sleep. Calming fragrances and smells like aromatherapy really set up that sleep sanctuary. So when you walk in your room, you get that instant need to sleep and want to sleep.
Journaling. When do we do it? Why does it work? How does it help us?
So I think, a lot of people are feeling kind of a sense of lack of control heading into reentry. And I say a great way to kind of organize your thoughts and get that sense of control back is putting pen to paper. So start off with writing lists. So what are things that you're excited about reentry? So things like, seeing family and friends, eating at a restaurant, going to the movies or concert. It doesn't have to be anything big, but what are you excited about? And then what are things that's going to help you feel more safe and secure about reentry? So things like getting vaccinated, going to stores and organizations that you know are following safety protocols that you feel safe and comfortable with.
Alanna, I love this third tip. Start off slowly. So just like when you stop exercising, your muscles atrophy. Don't try and say yes to everything and do too much all at once. You'll be overwhelmed and exhausted. You'll drain yourself.
That's right. Listen, for some, it's been a while since we've had a full day of interaction and stimulation, right? So incorporate periods of rest. So start with physical rest. That could be the act of taking a nap. It could be going for a walk outside, doing light stretching or yoga, but also carve out time for mental rest. So times where you can have quiet moments to collect your thoughts, read a story, whatever you need to do, to get until you feel comfortable getting back at it.
Okay, number 4, you say own how you feel as well as your sleep loss. And you talk about something called positivity that can be toxic. So that's like an oxymoron, right? Toxic positivity?
That's right. So I would say carve out, when we're reading about everyone doing this and that, and you kind of feel that sense of, I need to be doing it all, right? So make sure you're kind of setting boundaries on what you're allowing in. And that could be through social media, what you're watching on TV, but it's also okay to not be sleeping well. Like own that, embrace it, because we all go through periods of acute insomnia. Don't sit in it though. Start taking steps and practices to better your sleep health, and then you'll be sleeping well.
It's interesting because I set boundaries here and people laugh at me, but they know. Try writing me after 5 p.m. You're probably not getting a response. So I train everybody here to write me before 5 so I have time to shut off my phone, because I know your phone, the blue light is stimulating, right? Versus the white light of the TV puts you to sleep. So you say focus on boundaries when it comes to sleep in the workplace. So what sorts of conversations are you having with your boss?
So this is where, I'm seeing a lot more companies putting more focus on wellness with their organizations and staff. And just like what you just said, Dina, you're setting boundaries. So this needs to be kind of a company-wide mission. So start those conversations through things like internal newsletters. A lot more companies are doing more focus groups and educational webinars and lunch and learns. A well-rested employee, you're going to get a more productive employee, a happier employee, a more creative employee. So I love that I've seen that in the past year and a half. More and more companies are really putting a focus on their staff and organizations' overall wellness, with sleep really being at the forefront.
Amazing tips as always, Alanna. Where do we find more?
You can find more at goodnightsleepsite.com.
There it is. Thank you so much, love.